y'all! So this is part 2 of my raw angel transformation update. Today is Monday, March 22nd, 2012, and I decided to give it a little mini subtitle, which is Start Where You Are, Keep Going Where You End Up. If that makes any sense, keep going where you end up. Because for a while I've been saying start where you are. If you go to my other videos where I'm making green smoothies and raw vegan juices and stuff, and I'm talking about the raw vegan path, and I'm talking about my book, Expanding Your Capacity for Joy, which is a raw vegan comfort book, source book, and journal. I'm often talking about starting where you are. Start where you are. So, first of all, just to get the nitty-gritties out, I weigh 194. I started at 238. Yeah, recently I was posting around 180-ish, and now I'm 194, and as of this Sunday, last week I was 180 something. Wait, last week I was 186. I don't remember, but let's just say this past week I gained 3.5. Last week I had gained 4 pounds. That doesn't make me happy. So I want to talk about, okay, so keep going where you're at. Start where you are, keep going where you're at. Because it's a journey. That's why I don't do the before-after picture thing. Like I'm visible everywhere and I have the pictures. But I consider all the pictures to be during. They're my during pictures. It's all during, you know. And, part of what I wanted to talk about was, oh boy, expanding your capacity for joy. That's been an issue for me, hence my book being that title, Expanding Your Capacity for Joy. Because whenever good stuff happens to me, my tendency in the past has been to knock something off the shelf so that I got it kind of off kilter again, if that makes any sense. Or it's almost as if balance to me looks like there's always something a little messed up. So the first time I experienced this in a very visible way, and this is related to my weight loss, by the way. I think I'm gaining weight because I'm in love. I fell in love with one person, now I'm in love with 2 people, and I'm maintaining those relationships, and so it's almost like, oh, I can only hold so much good stuff at once. You know what I mean? And I know so it's a journey. It's a journey, and I'm learning how to hold more. And also, so I'm visualizing that I can be not afraid of intimacy, be able to be close to people, and be able to continue reducing my body size while I increase my overall consciousness and strength. And increase financial abundance while I'm also maintaining loving relationships, while I'm also getting a fitter and healthier, more conventionally lovely sort of body appearance. So that's what I'm working on. Or rather, that's what I'm allowing to receive. I'm looking out for blocks that I might have in my life. First time this kind of happened in a major way was a few months ago. I had this really intense, wonderful evening with a long-time, sweet friend, soulmate, artistic collaborator type of person. Mind-blowing, like the crown, like my psychic crown was just like powerful stuff happening there. Next day, I lost my favorite hat. Like I had, and it represented so much because I had just recently, just days ago, manifested in a 24-hour period of time, like 3 or 4 thingies, like a hat, a scarf, gloves, mittens. After walking out of the house at midnight, at noon, saying, I really want a scarf and a hat. I really need these, and I'm ready to do whatever it takes to have them. When I came home, I had all 4, and I hadn't paid a penny for them. They were all given to me. And they were beautiful. The hat and the scarf totally matched. They were made with love. They were handmade. They were beautiful. And I loved them. So then I had this night with my friend, and it was amazing. And then, ooh, boy, and then I was on the bus. I was coming home, and I was on the bus, and I had the hat in my lap, and I remember thinking, I ought to put this in my bag, and I didn't do it. And I left the bus, and when I got to the sidewalk, I realized I had left my hat on the bus. Of course, it was gone. I'd called all day, lost and found. It was gone. So to me, that was about, I hadn't yet learned how to accept a good thing and take care of another good thing at the same time. Take care to keep a good thing. That being said, there's a person, I have another sweetie that I have now, who in the past we were together for a lot. We would live together actually, and we were together. We were, dating. We're again together, and I'd had the tendency to eat a lot of things I shouldn't eat when I was with him at his home, and overeat and gain weight, and I find myself doing the same thing. So the whole weekend I overeat, and I'm looking at that behavior and I'm trying to figure out what that's about. To me, I think part of it is that I need to be really committed to my raw path, and this is an example. This is a place where I need to work on that. So, and I think another part of it is that in the past I had blamed him for my failures in various ways. So in the past I'd said, well, it's because you have all this stuff around and it just, makes me eat this stuff. But this time he doesn't have a lot of that stuff around. He only had a little bit of it, and I still made too much and I ate. And, we both lost 30 pounds in the time that we'd been apart. He'd lost 30 pounds, I'd lost 30 pounds. We're both getting healthier. And when we're together, I'm not doing well. So I recognize that it's an opportunity for me to live my commitment, to be that commitment, and to not blame anyone else. And that's a big breakthrough. That's a really good thing, to not blame anybody else for what I'm going through, for any of my challenges. So, So that being said, I have not been to a recovery meeting in several weeks. I have not been doing my usual service of leading telephone meetings, because I don't have a telephone right now. I have only limited service. And another reason I mention this is because in my Raw Vegan book, Expanding Your Capacity for Joy, which is also an ebook, by the way, I mention that in addition to health and beauty and other things that you get from being a high percentage raw foodist, you get economic benefits as well. And I mention in the book that you very rarely, if ever, meet broke raw vegans. When you're a raw foodist, I think it's because through the food we're kind of like the whole seek ye first the kingdom of God and all shall be given unto you. So true. It's like when you're consuming the living plants, they have this built-in network because they come from that which is the source, and you're immediately you're like consuming that whole energy, and just synchronicity happens. All these amazing blessings happen. Your thoughts are clear. You're able to solve problems, and you're in a place of abundance and positivity, no depression, all of that good stuff happens. So I'm going to wrap up, I think now again, come right back.